So back in 2011, I realised there's a bit of a gap in the market for a professional recruiter in agriculture. My background was property, agriculture and recruitment, and I was looking to think, well, where can my career personally go? And one of the better markets I saw for the future, and probably more of a moral industry to be in, was agriculture. As such, I researched the market, looked who was out there, looked at my connections, my networks, and the innovation and technology that's being used in recruitment and in agriculture. And it was a natural progression really to end up doing recruitment, hence JP Trett was born. The market started off in crop science, which is my background, also machinery, so they're probably our two strongest sectors at the moment. We've then had the fortunate acquisition of people, some professionals who are experts in livestock, grain, feed, seed, trading, sort of commodity type roles, as well as now fresh produce to add to the mix as well. All of those sectors are great, they're all going really well. There's room for a lot more exposure with other sectors, but we're now trying to focus our efforts really on innovation and technology, I suppose. Agriculture is seen as to the layman, perhaps a backward industry, but actually it's at the forefront of innovation and technology. Look at some of the developments and inventions over the last 10, 20, 30 years even in agriculture. They far outweigh some of the other progressions in industry, if you like. So we're looking at harnessing that or embracing that technology, that innovation, and working within those sectors, because that's what interests us as well, and that's where the future of agriculture lies, I believe. There's going to be a shortage of food produced, so to have a direct involvement within that and to solve a world problem is something that we'd like to be involved with. We have some very good clients, blue chip down to small independents. Everyone has a need for recruitment at some stage. We also deal with countries as far as Australia, New Zealand, and coming back through Pakistan, the Middle East, Asia, Africa's as well. So we had some successful placements in Egypt, Sudan, Mauritania, Zambia, Zimbabwe. The list goes on, plus we have very many connections as well in those countries. So if someone speaks English, we speak with them. If someone speaks other languages, we're very lucky also to have some of our employees that studied modern languages, and we cover probably about 6 languages in the office, so we can even deal in an international arena. And very much so our yearly focus has been on attending shows and events across the world and looking at the innovation and technologies used in other countries that we brought into agriculture to help the worldwide agricultural problem of trying to reduce inputs and increase yields. So as an agricultural recruiter, you'd think that our general candidate that we would recruit would be someone who works on a farm or sits on a tractor or drives around a four-wheel drive. Not so. Those days are gone, certainly for ourselves. We now work with people who go into an office every day or who are, yes, out in the field, but they are researching or managing or delegating or putting into process some finite technology which is going to make a big difference. So our candidates are now people who come from various different industries. They don't all go to agricultural college, although still a lot of them do. They come from agricultural backgrounds, some don't. You look at the commodity trading side, you look at any of the technical sort of side, when you're working with computers, for example, or the IT side, it's intelligent marketing, research. It comes from people who have backgrounds in business or in science, not necessarily just agriculture. So it's becoming an industry where people want to be involved with, and it's interesting. There's candidates from other countries that come to our country for education. There's candidates from our country who go to other countries for education. It's a real mixed bag. It's truly a worldwide market, and it's a very interesting market to be in. So what we are finding is there is a lack of talent in the market. You can generally have 3 pillars of a candidate profile: those that are skilled, those that are unskilled, and then you also have talent as well, which is a step above being skilled. An unskilled person would be someone you could put into any job and they could do it by just showing them very quickly what to do, so quite a simplified task. Someone who's skilled has to have either a qualification or a certain skill, it says in the title, so someone like a doctor or surgeon, you can't just walk into that and do it. And then talent is someone who can actually go into a company and actually make a difference. And we're seeing a big lack of talent available on the market. These people who have these talents are very well looked after. So it comes down to being able to network and know where this talent is, to then map it and then go into the market and find them. So we find where the talent is, we try and engage with the talent, and then we place talent as well. So it's not just skilled anymore, it's now people are looking for top talent in the industry, and that's what we're there to do. So how do we attract top talent? We go to a lot of shows and events. This year we've been to Copenhagen, to the Baltic Grain Exchange. We've been to machinery shows in Germany, France, Italy. We go to UK Dairy Day. We're going to Eurotier in Hanover. That's just to mention a few. We also linked with various other European recruiters who we bounce ideas and business off. Plus we are always on the phone, social media, networking. So anywhere we can be, we try and be through the best way is phone or meeting face to face. We also have a two-way video enabled interview platform which we use extensively for most of our interviews, which means we can provide a clip to our clients as well. But actually connecting and engaging with candidates, which is the hard bit and which takes the time, is done in more of an advanced technological way, using our social media networks, our own networks, the industry networks. And you can only really tap into those networks if you know people in those networks. And because we are all champions within the industries we used to work in, we find it a lot easier to know where to go to find these people. And we travel and we speak. So my personal plan myself is always to get fitter. I gave up playing rugby about 4 years ago and haven't really got into anything else. I've started rowing recently, but I don't know how long that will last. But business-wise, it is to grow the team to a sizable number in the UK, and then to have people that work remotely as well bolted onto that. And is to specialise in various sectors of agriculture, again mainly in the innovation and technology sectors, but not to ignore where we've come from as well. So livestock, machinery, commodities, trading, seed, feed, grain, fresh produce, all of those sectors we still want to be very prevalent in, and we have a very good network within that. We want to grow on that and head more into the future of agriculture. So that's precision farming. It's again, like I say, innovation and technology. And that will be over the next 5 years. I see that as reaching fruition and maturing at that point. And then who knows where 5 years are going to end up in agriculture. You look at what's happened in the last 5 years with the introduction of precision drills, sprays, drones, robotic milk machines. It's endless what's been involved, what has evolved out there. So imagine what the next 5 years are going to be, and then I'll review things then.